Hi, my name is Gabe, and I'm going to walk you through an example of creating an analysis on a stock and crypto portfolio in Quadratic. So welcome to Quadratic. We're going to go through a few things. We're going to enter our portfolio holdings, number of shares. We're going to use Polygon to get an API key. We're then going to get historical prices using the Polygon API, get historical crypto prices using the CoinGecko API. We're going to calculate the historical portfolio value and then create some charts to see our portfolio value over time. So cool, I'm going to create a new sheet here and start with entering in portfolio holdings. So let's say portfolio, we'll put in Apple, Google, Home Depot, Snowflake. Yeah, we can start with that. Obviously, you can put in your entire portfolio. We'll say number of shares here, and we'll say 10 here, 13 here, 6 here, and 15 here. Cool. We'll also put in, and I'm going to turn this into a table. So if you highlight the selection, right click, convert to table, right click again, and use first row as column names. Sometimes it recognizes the first row as column names, and it doesn't. Also rename this just so we can refer to it as stocks using the AI. I'll do the same with crypto. So we'll say portfolio, say Bitcoin, let's say Ethereum, and then let's say 0.08, whatever this number is. You can put that in more exactly. Ethereum, let's say 2.54. Okay, cool. This is amount of coin. I'll do the same thing. I'll convert this into a table. Again, I'm going to right click and use first row as column headers. Cool. So now we have our portfolio. Here, I'll rename this to crypto. And then, okay, last part of setup is I'm going to get our API key. So Polygon is awesome. It works really well in Quadratic. So if you go to polygon.io, you can sign up for a free account. This is a free account for me. I'm going to go to my dashboard, go to keys, and this is my free API key. I'll probably cycle this one out, so you guys should use your own instead of using mine, but I'm going to put that right in there. Okay, cool. So now that we have our setup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the AI and get started. Okay, so let's pull some stock data using the Quadratic AI. So cool. Probably don't need to say all of that, but it's always good to be specific when you can. So it's going to get historical prices. It's going to write a Python script to pull data from Polygon using my API key. And cool, here, awesome, looks great. It has all the it has the last year of data. You can always click into these cells, so I can double click in. You can see what it's referencing. So you can see that it's referencing the stocks table here, referencing my API key, and you can actually see what it wrote in here. Okay, now let's get historical crypto prices. So I'm gonna come over here. It's always a good idea to start a new chat just to give it fresh context. So I'll say, and let's see how that goes. There's certain APIs that you need an API key for. CoinGecko is public, so should be okay. Cool. Great. Okay, that looks good. And now what we can do is now we can start to put together some historical prices for our portfolio. Let's start a new chat and So, right, asking it to take the number of shares here, the amount of coin here, then using the historical prices from these API calls to give us this. Awesome. That looks great. I'm going to format these as dollar values. Cool. That's awesome. Now that we have that, we can chart this. Okay, let's start a new chat. It's usually smart about placing them, but I want to, again, be specific. Make sure we get it on the first go. Great. So plotted the individual assets over time. And let's see how it was. One off, create a spill layer. You can just move it. So you can either drag it one down or you can cut and paste. And great, this is awesome. This is exactly what we wanted. Now we have a nice view of our portfolio. It's interactive, so you can zoom into a certain area like that. You can see the value of the portfolio right now. And all this is dynamic, right? So if I wanted to change one of these, let's say we want to add another or change one of them, change the number of shares, like, let's change this to 100. It's all going to flow through, and now we see that Snowflake is far ahead of everything else. Hopefully this was helpful. It's awesome for us to use Quadratic internally for things like this, that, when there's something like you have a portfolio of stocks and crypto, it's nice to see everything in one place. So again, hopefully this was helpful. Let us know in the comments if there's anything else that you're struggling with. Happy to always help. Yeah, thanks so much.